MP Dianne Kohler-Barnard has made a dramatic claim in Parliament. She says former President Jacob Zuma and other senior ANC officials had taken out a hit on former KwaZulu-Natal Hawks boss Johan Booysen. Let's speak to Kohler-Barnard now, joining us from Cape Town. Dianne Kohler-Barnard, afternoon to you. Thank you for your time this afternoon. Where did you get your info?
Well, I receive information from many sources. Certainly, I have done 23 years worth as a journalist, 15 as an MP. So I have many sources and many people talk to me, and I believed having 3 credible sources was sufficient, and I felt obliged to release this information because if Johan Booysen had indeed at some stage been injured or assassinated and I had said nothing, I could not have lived with the guilt.
Very, very serious allegations. I'm sure you don't need me to tell you that. How seriously are you taking this? What are you doing about it?
I take it so seriously that, number one, I spoke about it on the podium in Parliament. I have also had intense conversations with the new head of crime intelligence, who's also taking it extremely seriously. And I have had experience with death threats over the years, certainly made against me as a journalist, against me as an MP, and in my experience, getting the information out there into the sunlight tends to see a lot of the threat evaporate when people realize that others know what is going on. And so I think this is possibly the best way to deal with a threat like this. I think you have to get it out there. And I know full well the attacks that are being made on me in the provincial legislature in KZN. They have parliamentary privilege. They can say what they like about me, as do I. But if something had happened to the General, and I had done nothing, then what sort of a person am I?
Dianne, help me if I may. So one of the co-conspirators, according to the article I have, is that of ANC Provincial Secretary Jacob Zuma. He says he's willing to take you to court on this, so the information's in the sunlight, but it may be fought in the courtroom.
Well, he can certainly speak to his lawyer, who will tell him that parliamentary privilege is parliamentary privilege. I mean, I've had intense conversations with the Chief Whip of the Democratic Alliance and others, and I'm covered in that regard. But I think one must also recall that added to this, which makes it all quite murky, is the fact that despite Johan Booysen having been cleared, I lost count, I think it's 7 times, in various courts, various tribunals, the NPA, when it came out that Becky Cele may take him on in an advisory capacity on a part-time basis, they immediately reinstated one of the charges he'd already been cleared of. So there is a history here within the NPA, and his attempts thus failed to jail Toshin Pandey, whose business partner is Jacob Zuma's son. It's a whole murky circle. So I have taken it with the gravest seriousness.
Ms. Kohler-Barnard, if I may, if you're taking it this seriously, you've spoken about the prosecutorial authorities. When do you report this to the police?
I have already.
What are they going to do?
I have spoken to crime intelligence. They are taking it on. They are doing the investigation. There is a new head of crime intelligence, and I believe that he's going to, well, frankly, anybody would be better than Richard Mdluli, but I think our new deployee, as it were, in the SAPS is going to be very good at his job. He's proven to be good in a province. I think he'll be great nationally, and I think he will get to the bottom of this matter.